Hey everybody, Pixel here, welcome back to another episode of Kirby Superstar Ultra. In the last episode, we beat Dynablade. This time, we're not going to be moving on to the Great Cave Offensive, even though that's quite clearly the next thing we have to do. We're going to be doing Gourmet Race, because it's very short, and we can get to the Great Cave Offensive in the same episode. Great Cave Offensive, or Gourmet Race, excuse me. King Dedede challenged Kirby to see who's the hungriest gourmet. Who will reach the goal first? Speed up to eat to win. There you go. You can eat and run for the goal versus a friend as well. That is true, and that is actually new to this game, to Superstar Ultra. You could not play this game with a friend in the original Superstar. But, we're going to be starting with Grand Prix, because that's the game's story. Okay, let's not go on to that before I press Grand Prix. There we go. Hey, dumbass. First time playing Gourmet Race? Sure. Kirby and King Dedede race through an obstacle course to the finish. Kirby must eat more food and reach the goal before King Dedede. So eat as much as you can and reach the finish first. Your real competition is to beat your high score and those of your friends. You can even race a pal over local wireless. So learn some techniques and show them who's boss. That's literally it. Let's get ready to race. It gives you no warning before you start. So the object of the game is to not only get more food than King Dedede, but to get to the finish line before him as well. As you can see on the bottom, it is counting who has the most food, and it also is counting who is ahead. So, yeah, those Maxim tomatoes count for more food than anything else, but don't worry too much about them as long as you pick up more normal food and the Maxim tomato at the finish line. King Dedede's not happy we won. Second course. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty short game. It's pretty easy too. King Dedede's not the greatest racer in the world. And you know what? I feel like it's not accurate in Smash Run for Smash 3DS when he actually wins the race to the finish, but you know what? I'll give Sakurai whatever creative freedoms he wants, because you know what? He created King Dedede in the first place. Okay. Maxim Tomato, okay. This last course, though, is the one where I always lose, so I'll let you listen to Gourmet Race while I do this. I lost the race, but I did get more food by double the amount, so I think it's pretty clear who won that. King DDD in the background there, I can assure you, by the time this video goes up, that's my new profile picture on Twitter. So check that out in the description below. Follow me on Twitter. There's your plug for the year. There is also Time Attack, where you can go through each course individually and try to get your best time. I will be doing this off screen and putting my results in the description, but for now, we're just going to move on to the Great Cave Offensive. This game is pretty offensive to me. Let's go. Oh shit, I forgot to float. Man, how convenient that I didn't fall on one of these crystals and get stabbed. I've played before. We are not going over the tutorial for this game. As you can see on the bottom screen, things look a bit different than they do usually. I'll talk about why later. Right now, doesn't really matter. So as you can see, this area we're in right now looks nothing like the area we actually landed in. But we have our first power up here, Fighter Kirby, and that is what I'm going to go with for now. The main mechanic of this game, there is treasure to collect around this world. There are 60 different treasures. You can open your pause menu to see which ones you have. If we were to touch one, it will tell you what it is and how much it's worth. So we have a gold medal worth 10,000 gold. So that's about $100, and I'll talk about why later. But if you beat up these sunflowers, you can head in here, and there's yet another treasure that you have to swim against the current to get to. This game is the reason that this playthrough will not be going for 100%. This game can take hundreds of hours to get all of the different treasures, just because of how tricky some of them are. There are a lot of areas where you need to get specific abilities from one area, go to the next one, and then use it there. The issue with that is that you can die, and then you'll have to go all the way back to get that power again, and there are a lot of easy deaths in this game too. So yeah. That's my main reason. I want to beat that one up and beat this one up. Break that one, you'll get lava, you'll have to go through a door to reset the area. Found a whip, worth $68 for a whip, jeez. Maybe I can show it from here. Nope, okay. Well, if we go up here, that forms a wall of lava. And you can't walk through that, you will get hurt, so... yeah. I will be going over whatever treasures like aren't in the way, or are in the way, or on the way, and that are easy to get, but because I do know how to get them, the issue is just how long it takes to get them. So maybe in a bonus episode I'll show all their locations, but right now we're just gonna focus on playing this like it is a Kirby game instead of a Zelda game. If you head up here, you can get yourself a lucky cat worth $5, okay. I feel like that'd be worth a little bit more than that, but whatever. We break this. You can break a way through, and you can just head here an easier way that doesn't involve water. Don't want to break that middle block if you want to get all the treasure, because break that treasure chest will fall down. If it falls in the lava, the treasure chest explodes. So yeah, you can get the Saryu sword. I don't know what a lot of the items here are references to, actually, because almost all of them are references to either other games or just other media in general. And I don't know a whole lot of them, so we've been going with Fighter Kirby for a while. As you can see, there are save points hidden all around. That is because you are going to want to save frequently in this game, because if you die after you get a treasure, or if you quit the game after getting a treasure, there is no autosave. This is one of the few games where I would say that is a curse, although Let's Playing as a whole has told me that if a game has autosave, it's probably not a game you should Let's Playing. Okay, I can't break those blocks right now, because I keep fucking killing Waddle Doo. Okay, I don't want you, Knuckle Joe. Okay. There we go. Okay, now that we have Beam, we can break these, like this. Okay, Guy, Bronto, Bert. I want this one up because we only have 4 lives now as opposed to the 24 we had last time. And... oh. How do we get down there? Well, you know what? It's in the way, so... I'm just gonna keep continuing on. You are going to want to spare this Bonkers if possible, which means killing him without breaking the blocks underneath him. Since this isn't 100%, I don't need to care. This game overall is still going to take more than 1 episode for me to beat, just because even if you're not collecting all the treasures, it's longer than Dynablade and Spring Breeze combined, just because of how big the world is to contain all those treasures. Luckily, we do get to skip an entire area, but not yet. That's not for a little while. If you have Sword Kirby, you can cut down that rope. That also works with Cutter, I believe, but we just killed Sir Kibble, so... you're going to want to get rid of that guy, of that tack there, the thief guys, because they will steal your copy ability, or your partner, either one. And that is just a pain. Get a bandana down here. Looks fancier than the one for Fighter Kirby, so maybe Kirby should use that one instead. Huh? But no, Kirby's gonna sell all of them, because Kirby is a super mom. Supporting the capitalist government while buying Crocs for everybody. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, if you die, you just get sent back to the save point, and if you don't save frequently, you will be sent back to whatever the last save point you saved at was, and that sucks. Luckily, I don't think we're too far back. If you get the Poppy Bros that have those boomerangs, you actually get Cutter Kirby. But, okay, Bonkers. I guess I'll just kill you this way. Yeah, those nutsy throws can actually break that, so that's unfortunate. He can kill himself. Kind of dickish placement for an enemy that's required to beat the game. But, whatever. Samira. Cutter is... I mean, I know I've said before I don't see the appeal that it has to everybody, but I guess the more I play with it, the more I realize it's not the worst. It is by no means the best, and anyone who says it is incorrect, but it's really not that bad. Just overall, as an ability. It's fun to use, and it's okay. It does what it needs to do as an ability, especially an early game ability, considering this is the second ability you can get in Spring Breeze. Okay. Oh my god, the enemy placement here is terrible. I will actually fight for that, but get the Season's Heart here. That is the most valuable item you can get here. That thing will follow you around for a little bit after you get it, but not too long. Luckily, that tack just fucking died. Get in here. Oh my god. Thank god they put Maxim Tomatoes before boss fights. You can really tell this is a Sakurai game. I don't want a partner here. I want Sword Kirby. Because Sword Kirby is the best for this boss. Here we have Fatty Whale. Yeah, I don't know what the thought process behind making a whale with a fucking pipe was, but that's what they did. And it's actually decently difficult. However, if you guard, you do a tiny bit of damage to him with every time where you aren't taking any. This means you can just guard throughout the entire battle, and every time he comes near you, he will take damage while you are not. So you can just stay here for an hour, just guarding, and he will eventually die because of it. And if that's not great boss design, I don't know what is. I'm not gonna be doing that though, because that's fucking boring. You are going to want to guard when these rocks start falling, because if they fall on top of you, they will actually do a decent amount of damage, and almost certainly make you lose your copy ability. Okay, Fatty Whale. Okay, that was actually pretty close. He could have very easily hit me very hard there, just like that. I don't really care for Fatty Whale as a boss. He's just kind of difficult. Can I have my trusty partner Rocky, please? Yes. Do it, Rocky. Kill him. Kill him. Thank you. Thanks, Rocky. Okay. And if you ever played the story mode of Smash Bros. Brawl, you may recognize this. Yes, this uses the same minecarting type system that Brawl used, so yeah, it's alright. It's not my favorite thing in the world, just because these are just the segues in between levels, really. It's just a chance for you to get a bunch of extra kills that you don't need because it doesn't count your score in this game. Okay. If you don't break those immediately using Rocky, you can get a dime, and that is where my thought process of the American currency system comes in. You can also get a glass slipper if you go down a bit. But we have come to a save point. So next time on Kirby Superstar Ultra, we're going to be continuing on with the Great Cave Offensive. Probably my least favorite game in the game. See you guys then.